하나하나 한국어입니다. Congratulations everyone. We're starting 서강 한국어 2A now. We completed level 1. Now you're not anymore absolute beginners. Yeah? 자, today we're going to study chapter 1. 이름이 어떻게 되세요? We're studying 4 different grammar points and 3 dialogues and reading and writing. Let's start with the grammar point. 자, first grammar point, 존댓말입니다. What is 존댓말? Honorific form. If you're not familiar with honorific forms, please watch one of my videos where I explain the whole systems of honorific forms. I'm going to focus on this particular phrases the chapter deals with. Okay? 자, 다이얼로그 한번 볼까요? 왜 한국에 오셨어요? 한국어를 배우러 왔어요. 자, 2 points I'd like to point out. 자, first of all, 오셨어요. 어떻게 만들어요? How do we make it? Base form. Base form 오다 plus 우리 honorific particle 있죠? honorific particle 시 and 요. 자, let's analyze it. 자, base form, honorific particle, and then past tense. Then sentence ending. 그래서 get rid of 다. 받침 없어요. We need she only. 그래서 it becomes 오셨어요. Shorten it. 오셨어요. 자, here's a question. How would you say it in formal sentence? 어떻게 말해요? Instead of 어요, which is informal sentence ending, we can just say 습니까, isn't it? So in this case, the others are the same. 자, 그러면 오셨 and then 습니까 말하죠. This is the first one, how we make honorific verbs. 자, second one I'd like to point out. 앤디 보세요. 앤디가 어떻게 말했어요? 한국어를 배우러 왔어요. 자, before we dive in, 우리 배우러 왔어요. How would you interpret it? I came in order to. 자, analyze it. 배우다 plus 으러 오다 plus past tense plus sentence ending. So 으러 오다 means you come in order to come in order to. 그래서 in the past tense, I came in order to learn Korean language. 자, here's the second point. When you talk about yourself, do you use honorific form? No, you never use honorific form for yourself. 그래서 if he says 배우러 오셨어요, this is wrong because he's talking about himself. Okay? 자, 우리 연습 한번 해볼까요? 대답해 보세요. 자, number 1 한번 해봅시다. 어떤 운동을 좋아하세요? Instead of 좋아해요, which is neutral form, we say 좋아하세요. Oh, I forgot to mention this. It's supposed to be according to the rule I explained above. It's supposed to be what? 좋아하셔요, isn't it? Because honorific particle is usually 시, and then sentence ending usually go 어요, so it end up with something 셔요. However, National Korean Language Institute declare that instead of 하셔요, you can use 하세요. So this is a matter of choice. Okay? So either way, possible. 자, 어떤 운동을 좋아하세요? You have to say 축구를 좋아해요. What is important? You don't use honorific form for yourself. Okay? 2번 갑시다. 어디에서 한국어를 배우셨어요? 자, neutral form 뭡니까? 배웠어요. 자, if you want to talk to your friend, you say 어디에서 한국어를 배웠어요. However, if you want to be polite, 배우셨어요 sounds better. So, where did you learn Korean? And you answer, I learned it in Japan. 어떻게 말해요? 일본에서. 그렇죠. Very good. 배웠어요. You never use honorific form for yourself. 3번. 언제까지 한국에 계실 거예요? Ooh, look at this. 이거 어떻게 만들어요? 계실 거예요? It feels like it's a future tense, isn't it? 자, 우리 이거 analyze 해볼까요? Neutral form, first of all. Neutral form 어떻게 만들어요? 언제까지 한국에 있을 거예요 말해요. 그죠? 있을 거예요 if you talk to your friend. 그런데 있다 has two forms of honorific forms. For example, if we start with 있다 and then 시 plus 시 shall we just stick to the informal sentence ending? And then it becomes what? 있으셔요 or 있으세요. We do use it when the subject is not a person. When the subject is not the person you need to respect. 자, 그런데 if subject is a person 어떻게 말해요? Instead of 있다, we need what? 계시다 말해요. 그래서 계시다 plus simply 어요. Because 계시다 already includes this particle. So it becomes 계셔요. When the subject is a person who requires the respect. 자, 그러면은 계실 거예요. 어떻게 만들어요? 계시다 plus simply future tense 을 거예요. 그쵸? 계실 거예요. 만들어요. So when, until when are you going to stay in Korea? 자, you want to say I will stay in Korea until December this year. 어떻게 말해요? 올해 12월까지 있을 거예요 말해요. 있을 거예요. You don't use honorific form for yourself. Okay? 자, 이거 중요합니다. This is very important. Let me explain again when we come across later. 자, 우리 그럼 this time 질문해 볼까요? Shall we ask? Number one, 보통 아침을 드세요? 자, neutral form 뭐예요? 보통 아침을 먹어요? However, we have to use 드세요 here. Random, irregular honorific form. 자, number two 한번 갈까요? You want to say, what time did you come to school today? What time did you come to school? If you stick to the neutral form, 어떻게 말해요? 오늘 학교에 몇 시에 왔어요? 말해요. 그렇죠? 그런데 if you want to speak in honorific form, 어떻게 말해요? 오셨어요? 말해요. 오늘 학교에 몇 시에 오셨어요? And then when you answer, 8시 반에 왔어요. Number three. 주말에 뭐, so you want to say, what are you going to do during the weekend? 자, 주말에 뭐, neutral form, 할 거예요. However, we want to say honorific form, 그래서 하실 거예요 말해요. 주말에 뭐 하실 거예요? 친구를 만날 거예요. I'd like to emphasize this point as well. 자, honorific form is not formal ending. 자, honorific form is not formal ending. Formal ending doesn't make it any more respectful. 자, formal ending 어떻게 만들어요? 읍니다, 씁니다, 합니다. So it makes your statement formal. So you can use it in any formal setting during the interview or in front of camera, in any formal setting. It's separate issue with honorific form. The honorific form, we have to say 시 in the middle of the verb or adjectives, okay? So honorific form, regardless of the ending, regardless of this ending, you always need honorific form, okay? They're not the same, they're different. 자, second grammar point 갑시다. 드릴게요. 해 드릴게요. I would do something for you. I'll do something for you. 자, if you want to practice further, please refer to my grammar book. This Korean grammar book is not for beginners. Part 1, which is purple one, from page 25 to 31. And if you don't have enough time, please at least see page 28 at least, okay? So it means you will do something for you. 해드릴게요. 자, 다이얼로그 한번 갑시다. 전화번호 좀 가르쳐 주세요. 자, let's analyze this for a part. Base form 뭡니까? 가르치다예요. 자, in English, 가르치다 means to teach. 그런데 in Korean, we actually use it for more general use, meaning let somebody know. Okay? 그래서 in this context, you better say, please let me know your phone number. Okay? 자, 가르치다 플러스 주다 플러스 으세요. 자, 으세요 뭐예요? Imperative sentence, isn't it? 자, 그래서 please let me know your phone number. And then Andy says what? 네, 가르쳐 드릴게요. 자, 여기 가르쳐 드릴게요. This is a whole verb. 어떻게 만들어요? 가르치다 플러스 드리다 플러스 을게요. 자, this is actually the separate grammar point. If you want to study, look at the same book, the purple, my grammar book, part 1, page 7. Page 7, 을게요. This is separate grammar point, which shows your instant but very strong will. Okay? So it means, okay, I will let you know. 해드릴게요. I will do something for you. 자, let's exercise. 대답해 보세요. Please try answering to this. 1번, 문 좀 열어주세요. 열어주세요. What does it mean? Please open for me. 자, 우리 해 주세요. Itself is actually compound verb, isn't it? If you want to know, 자, 해 주다 plus 으세요. Imperative sentence ending, isn't it? 그래서 this is already combined. However, just memorize that 해 주세요 means please do it for me. Please do it for me. 자, please open the door for me. And then you want to say, okay, I will do it for you. 뭐예요? 네, 열어드릴게요. 자, I have to say that this is a very common pair of dialogue. Something 해 주세요. Or in the formal ending 어떻게 말해요? Something 해 주십시오. And something 해 드릴게요. Or in formal ending, something 해 드리겠습니다. 자, these two are very common pair. So if that's why you have to practice in my grammar book to understand this pattern. 자, 드릴게요 한번 연습해 볼까요? Shall we think more about this 드리다? 자, base form 드리다죠. 드리다 is actually same with what? 주다. So, 자, if you don't use the honorific form here, what is the neutral form? 열어줄게요 예요. 문 좀 열어주세요. 네, 열어줄게요. However, we better use the honorific form of 주다. 그래서 we say, 네, 열어드릴게요. 오케이? 자, 2번 한번 갑시다. 2번. 한스 씨를 소개해 주세요. 자, 소개해 주세요. 베이스 폼 뭐예요? 소개하다죠. What does it mean? To introduce. 그래서 please introduce Hans to me, please. 자, you should answer yes, I will introduce. 어떻게 말해요? 네, 소개해 줄게요 아니죠. We better say 드릴게요. 드릴게요. 됐습니까? 3번. 소라씨 좀 바꿔주세요. 베이스 form 뭡니까? 바꿔주세요. 바꾸다예요. change. Please change it to 소라, which means this is an expression. Something, person is supposed to be person. Something 좀 바꿔주세요. 바꿔주세요. Or informal sentence ending. 어떻게 말해요? 바꿔주십시오. What does it mean? 주십시오. What does it mean? Can I talk to someone? Can I talk to this person? I'd like to talk to this person. Apparently, this is a phone conversation. Okay? 자, 소라 씨 좀 바꿔주세요. Can I talk to 소라? And then you will say, okay, I will change it to 소라. 어떻게 말해요? 잠깐만요. Please wait. 바꿔 줄게요. This is a neutral form. If you use honorific form, 바꿔 드릴게요. Okay? 자, 4번. 칠판에 써주세요. What does it mean? 자, 써주세요. What is the base form? Exactly. 아주 좋습니다. 쓰다죠, 쓰다. So please write it on the blackboard, on the board. 네, I will write it for you. 어떻게 말해요? 네, 써 줄게요. If it's for friends. honorific form 써 드릴게요 말해요. 좋습니다. 5번. 방이 너무 어두워요. 자, 어두워요. 베이스 form 뭐예요? 어둡다예요. 자, irregular이죠. irregular verb. 자, 방이 너무 어두워요. The room is too dark. 그러세요? Is that so? 그럼 자, 불을 you need a new vocabulary here. 자, 불을 켜다 있어요. Turn on, to turn on. 여기 있는 this 불 is not fire. This is more light, isn't it? So then I will turn on the light for you. 어떻게 말해요? 불을 켜 줄게요. 괜찮아요. However, this is only for friends. Honorific form 켜 드릴게요. 켜 드릴게요. Okay, very good. 자, the third grammar point 봅시다. 한글 자음 이름. The name of Korean consonant. 자, 자음 뭐예요? consonant예요. consonants. 자, what is the vowels then in Korean? 모음입니다. 모음. 자, let's learn the names of Korean consonants. 자, 여기 한번 볼까요? 자, 제가 한번 읽을게요. 따라하세요. This is for the sake of the teacher so that we can just correct the spelling very in a convenient way. 자, 따라 읽으세요, 여러분. 기역, 니은, 디귿, 리을, 미음, 비읍, 시옷, 이응, 지읒, 치읒, 키읔, 티읒, 피읍, 히읗, 쌍기역, 쌍디귿, 쌍비읍, 쌍시옷, 쌍지읒. 좋습니다. These are the names of this letter. Okay? Of course, you already know this 기역 sounds like g, isn't it? 자, let me point out a few mistakeable names. 자, 여기 보세요. 이응. 자, 요거 키읔, 티읒, 히읗. 자, 이거는 these letter names are extremely confusable even for Korean people. Okay? 자, many Koreans would call it 기역, Why? Because they're confused with it. 기억. However, 기억 아니에요. We have to say 기억. If any Korean friend of yours say 기억, 기억, but you have to correct them, okay? No, you have to call it 기억. This one as well. Many Korean mistakenly call it 티귿. Why? Because this is 티귿. So whenever your Korean friends say 티귿, 티귿, you have to correct them. No, you're wrong. You have to call it 티귿. Last one, a few ignorant Korean people would call it 희응 because this is 이응. Whenever you hear Korean people say 희응, you have to correct them. Okay, this is 희읒. 어떻게 발음해요? 희읒 이렇게 발음해요. Okay, 희읒이에요. 자, here's the quiz. What does these 쌍 means? It means double. Okay, 좋습니다. This is nothing. It's very easy. 자, last grammar point. something이가 아니에요. We use only noun for this, isn't it? So what does it mean? It is not something. 자, dialogue 볼까요? 이게 앤디 씨 우산이에요? He actually omitted here the possessive marker 의, someone's apostrophe s. However, in colloquial style, in conversation, we hardly use this possessive marker, isn't it? 자, 그래서 what does it mean? Is this your umbrella, Andy? Actually, it modifies. This umbrella belongs to Andy. And Andy says, 아니요, 제 우산이 아니에요. This also modifies umbrella. No, it is not my umbrella. 자, today's grammar point is this, isn't it? So, it is not something. It is not my umbrella. 자, 우리 제 한번 볼까요? 제 is made of 저의. It's a contract form of 저의, which is my. 그런데 he's being polite, isn't it? If you use a casual, 나의, you can say 나의, and it becomes what? 내. It becomes 제. Okay? Meaning-wise, they're all the same. 아니요, 제 우산이 아니에요. 내 우산이 아니에요. 자, 우리 대답해 보세요. 자, please answer. 1번. 한스 씨가 영국 사람이에요? Is Hans a British? 아니요. 영국 사람이 아니에요. 독일 사람이에요. So Hans is German, isn't it? 자, 2번 갑시다. 이게 커피예요? Is this coffee? And you want to say, no, it's not coffee. 어떻게 말해요? 아니요, 커피가 아니에요, isn't it? 자, in this case, we need 가, subject marker, because 받침 없어요. 3번, 이게 미나 씨 책이에요? And you want to say, no, it's not, it doesn't belong to Mina's. How about, it's mine? 어떻게 말해요? 아니요, 미나 씨 책이 아니에요. And how would you say it's mine? 제 책이에요. It's my book. 4번. 오늘이 화요일이에요? Is today Tuesday? No, it is not Tuesday. It is Wednesday. 어떻게 말해요? 아니요. 화요일이 아니에요. And it's Wednesday. 수요일이에요. 난 좋습니다.